not Fortnite. Hey guys, so over the last week, I've actually been playing a lot of Apex Legends, and I thought, you know what? Let's make a video. I'm not leaving Fortnite, but this is a game that I've been having a lot of fun with, so I thought we'd give it a go.
Look at this dude. Wait till you see the...
And today, what we're going to be doing is ranking every single character or legend in Apex Legends from worst to best. And before we do get into it, I just wanted to say, if you guys want to see more of this content, leave a like and watch the video all the way through, and then let me know what you thought. I'm definitely interested in making more content, depending on what you guys think of this video. So, yeah, your feedback is appreciated. Anyways, let's do this. Okay, so before I even reveal our number 8 spot, I think I should really clarify that the characters in this game are very balanced. There's no character that stands out as being vastly overpowered or underpowered, and I gotta say, overall, Respawn did a really good job at that. So when we compare these characters, it's not like this one is 5 times worse than this one. It's more like, oh, this person is 95% of this person. The abilities of the better characters are subtle, and again, that just shows that this game is very balanced. With that being said though, coming in at our number 8 spot, from what I've seen from the entire community, what I've seen from you guys specifically, and what I personally agree with, I think it is unanimously Caustic. Caustic is the worst character in the game. In a poll of 2,600 people for the best character in the game, Caustic got 57 votes. Alright, so why? Well, I think the reason people don't like Caustic is because his entire playstyle is very dependent on the location you are in the game. Caustic shines in closed quarters buildings, and if you think about the entire map, that probably accounts for less than 10%. That's the problem. When Caustic is good, he's actually quite good. There's just not a lot of times where he actually is that beneficial. His gas traps can be very good at stopping an enemy from coming at you in a closed off environment, but when you're out in the open, that's not so helpful. Furthermore, his passive, the ability to see through his gas, just feels a little bit underwhelming. And his ultimate does almost the exact same thing as his tactical ability, which is just to throw a gas grenade. Now, when used properly, Caustic can be a very effective player in the right situation, but ultimately there's just not enough situations where he's beneficial. It's not even to say that Caustic is bad, I just feel like you're sacrificing so many other good players when you choose to use him. Now moving on to our number 7 spots, this is going to be Mirage. Now this I think is going to be a bit of a more controversial pick, but please hear me out. Mirage is considered to be one of the 3 offensive players in the game, and that's between Mirage, Wraith, and Bangalore. So I've got 2 big problems with Mirage. First and foremost, I feel like he's not a team player. There's some characters in the game that allow a really good offensive player to be even better, but I don't think that's what Mirage is. His tactical ability sends a single clone out, and while that can be beneficial to save you a second or 2, or maybe get an enemy to fire on him, it's not overly effective, I've found. It works sometimes, but even a week into the game, there's people that are already not being bamboozled by this Mirage. People learn quickly, and I feel like his ability isn't that effective. Now, his passive is kind of cool. He's invisible for a few seconds when he goes down, and his ultimate is actually not that good either. It sends out a few copies of him and makes him kind of invisible, but again, I just feel like there's many better options of players. People catch on to the trickery, and if you want to go invisible, play as Wraith. I mean, he's kind of invisible, but he still takes damage. I just don't really like him as a player. And ultimately, he does nothing to help the rest of the team. So I know there's a lot of people that like Mirage, but I really don't think he's that good. Now, moving on to our number 6 spot, we have Pathfinder. So the first thing I want to say about Pathfinder is I think that Pathfinder is an underrated player. A lot of people would put Pathfinder at 7 or 8, and I don't think he deserves that. Now, first off, his ultimate is quite useless. Between all the zip lines and repositioning ropes around the map, there's really not a lot of use for this zip line. And certainly Wraith's teleport is much better at getting around the map than that. But you can't judge a character just on their ult. His tactical grappling rope is actually very good. If you use it right, you can actually position him to fly around objects and go like really far. And most importantly, you can use the zipline to gain high ground. And while all this sounds very good, I've never actually seen a player use Pathfinder to outplay me. I mean, at the end of the day, like, there's a reason why you see all of the streamers using Wraith as a repositioning tool and not Pathfinder. So it's kind of neutral. But the one redeeming quality of Pathfinder has got to be his hacking ability. He has the ability to show you where the next circle is, and in my opinion, this is the one redeeming quality about this character. While early game it's only slightly beneficial, as you get to the late game, if you have the ability to pop this up and you know where the second last or last circle is going to be, you have a huge advantage over the other team. That is where Pathfinder shines. It is so helpful late game, and really that is the one reason why I put him above Mirage and Caustic. That being said though, I'm excited to see if people will start to learn how to use this guy better, and maybe he'll rank higher on the list in a few months. Now, moving on to number 5, this is going to be Gibraltar. First things first, Gibraltar is not slower than every other character. Respawn has actually confirmed that all characters run at the same speed, and if you want to test that, just go into a game and have a Wraith run next to Gibraltar. You'll actually realize they are of the same speed. But the problem with Gibraltar is he's got a big old hitbox. He's a big boy, an absolute unit. So he's got this huge hitbox, right? But his passive ability is this really cool shield, as when you're shooting, you've got this shield in this general area, which to me doesn't make sense, okay? It's like you've got this big character, so he's easier to shoot, and then you give him this shield to make him less easy to shoot, and it ultimately just seems like it kind of balances out to be neutral. His tactical ability, he throws down a shield, and if used correctly, is actually very beneficial. You can use it to pick up teammates or just simply block shots, and when used right, it is very good. And then for some reason, he's got almost the exact same ultimate as Bangalore. I feel like it was a little bit lazy to just give him like another airstrike. I feel like his ultimate should be something where he gets more health or something like that, but it's also very good. Gibraltar is all around a very solid player. I like him, I just think that there are better players out there. And while I'm ranking him at 5, interestingly enough, Gibraltar was the second lowest ranked on our list. He only got 4.9% of the votes. Okay, so we're on to the big dogs. Coming in at number 4, this is going to be Bangalore. Bangalore was the 4th highest voted on our list with 13.6% of the votes. I really like Bangalore. I think she's a great character to have on your team, and I like using her personally. She might have the best passive ability in the game, and that is when she starts getting shot, she speeds up, and she speeds up like crazy. And what is so cool about this is it's great in long range encounters when you're getting shot at to find cover, but even in cases where you're basically just in a strafing war with someone with a shotgun, that is like also just insane. Her tactical smoke grenades are very helpful and combine insanely good with Bloodhound. And while the strafing run seems to be worse than Gibraltar's, it's still quite effective. Overall, Bangalore is a really good character. I love having her on my team, and she comes in at number 4. All right, so we got 3 characters left. Coming in at number 3, this is going to be Bloodhound. And before I go any further, let me say again, this is a tough top 3. These characters are all so close and they have different play styles, and you may excel with one over another, and really what I'm trying to do is just give an objective viewpoint on these characters. But I think it's safe to say the Bloodhound is the 3rd best. Bloodhound actually got the 2nd most amount of votes, just outing Lifeline by 1% at 18. But I still think that Bloodhound is the number 3 pick. Literally everything about Bloodhound is incredible. His passive tracks enemies, lets you know where they've been. That helps the team, and it helps you. Really another just incredible passive. His tactical ability is super helpful as well. He shows you where the enemies are on the screen, and his ultimate is awesome. Screen goes black and white, except for enemies, which are red. It's very easy to hit them. I think some other stuff might happen, but I'm usually just so focused on the red that I don't even realize what's going on. Overall, Bloodhound is an incredible character. And on top of that, if you combo Bangalore's smoke grenades with his Beast of the Hunt, you can see through the smoke your enemies can't. You light them up. It's phenomenal. Now, with that being said, we have 2 spots left. Coming in at our number 2 spot, as you guys may have saw in the thumbnail, this is going to be Wraith. So Wraith was the top voted player on this list with 25.9% of the votes. Wraith is the best offensive player in the game. But there's a reason that I'm only putting her 2nd. Okay, so I think a lot of people vote Wraith the best simply because all of the streamers use her. And a lot of people just hop into games using her thinking, oh, well, she's the best and like it's just gonna give me an absolute upright advantage because Wraith is good. The reason that Wraith is good has not very much to do with the fact that she goes invisible, and a whole lot to do with the fact that she's invincible. At the core of what Wraith is supposed to be is she is a repositioning tool. Really, with both of her tactical and her ultimate, the point of these is to use these to get into better position to take down the enemy. With her tactical, you've got 5 seconds to just run wherever you want and have no consequences of taking damage. That's huge. And obviously the portal can be used to hop back and forth between 2 places super easily. That's why Wraith is good. I see so many people in game that use Wraith as almost a defensive thing. They use their tactical when they're getting shot at to run away, and that's just not beneficial. Players can see the trail quite easily, and again, that's not the point of Wraith. It's for repositioning, and it makes her an insanely good offensive player, but only if you're an insanely good offensive player. And I see some people throw around the argument that Wraith is actually another selfish player just like Mirage. This is the thing with offensive players though. If you have a character that's really good and she allows your best player to be even better, and then that player kills a whole bunch of people, that's helping the team. In my opinion, Mirage doesn't allow that, but Wraith absolutely does. Anyways, that's what Noah J456 told me. He's got 1,500 kills with her. I believe him, so shout out to Noah. Go subscribe to him. Anyways, though, with all that being said, I still don't think that Wraith is the best player in the game. Wraith is good if you're good, but ultimately, this is a team game. And I think that Lifeline is the best character in the game. Because not only is she good herself, but she helps the team. Okay, come on. I mean, like, just an insane medic. The tactical health drone is so beneficial in fights. You can use it and lay it down and you're healing while you're in a fight, and your teammate can use it too. So many times where this has helped me out. Then her ultimate is a care package. You can get purple armor, all kinds of just insanely good stuff to help out your team. She's great for reviving teammates, and she even heals herself faster. And that's what I love about her. Not only does she help the team, but she heals faster, which just makes fights easier. The reason that I feel like Lifeline is better is you can give an average player a Wraith and they won't do well with her, but having the Lifeline on your team is really imperative to winning. Obviously, give the best player Wraith and they'll do great, but Wraith isn't always going to help you if you don't have an insane player. Wraith allows good players to be even better, but Lifeline helps a team. It's kind of like that old saying, offense wins games, defense wins championships. Ultimately, it's a team game, and Lifeline is going to help you all the way to victory. And yeah, thank you for coming to my TED Talk on Apex Legends. Yeah, the first video done. I'm really excited to do this, honestly. I've actually, the more I've played this game, I've been enjoying it more and more, and I just wanted to do this kind of to see what you guys thought of this, get a feel for if you guys want more of this. I'm gonna do Fortnite obviously still, but I wanted to put this out and just kind of gauge interest in this game for videos. Anyways, if you guys are new to the channel, you made it all the way through, please subscribe. If you would like to see more, let me know in the comment section. Anything specifically you'd like to see, maybe ranking the guns. Other than that, I will leave it there. Much love, thank you guys, and I'll see you later. Peace.